The noir genre is one of my favorite genres of all time. And my other favorite genre of all time is the neo-noir. Neo-noirs are films that will be classified as noir made past 1958. Now, the term noir is a made-up term. As well, everything's made up, but this is really made up. Meaning, when Howard Hawks was making Asphalt Jungle, he wasn't thinking, I am making a noir film. He was just making a movie. But after the 1950s, 58 specifically, those people making it were specifically trying to get a certain tone. If you look at the earliest noirs like Chinatown, that's a nostalgic look at the 1940s. Hey, remember the 40s and the films like this? You remember Sam Spade? Yeah, this is like that. Oh my God, John Huston's in it. Oh wow. Neo-noirs have a self-awareness to them. And I love that. And if you want to learn more about my thoughts on noir in general, you should watch out my top 10 noir criterions or top 10 essential noir criterions you should buy. This is going to be 5 essential neo-noirs from the 1990s. Yes, specifically just the 90s because I just want to. And why just 5? Well, if I keep doing top 10 lists, I can't make these videos forever. So, yeah. I decided to opt out doing 10, just 5, and I have one honorable mention, which I will get done first. So the honorable mention is the Coen Brothers Miller's Crossing. Now you're probably asking yourself, why is this an honorable mention? I did a whole video on Miller's Crossing, so I don't really feel like I should comment too much about it because I made a whole video. So it's really unfair to have 5 slots and one of them I already did a whole video on. Just know Miller's Crossing is amazing. And the essential noir. If you want to make this number 6, sure. But Miller's Crossing, one of my favorite films in the collection. You should pick it up if you don't have it already. Watch my other video to hear more of my thoughts. So again, this is going to go in order. So that's 1990, honorable mention. But next up, I have a 1992 film directed by Bill Dukes, starring Lawrence Fishburne. Deep Cover. Deep Cover stars Lawrence Fishburne trying to infiltrate a crime organization run by Jeff Goldblum. This film is absolutely style in a film. Like, look at that cover. If you don't want to buy this film, not seeing this neon color, I don't know how. I can't convince you. I can't convince you. I'll try my best. So Lawrence Fishburne plays this cop who is just so good at portraying he's not a cop. He's a great actor. We already knew that. But this is crossing the line. Is he a cop pretending to be a thief, or is he a thief pretending to be a cop? Beautiful, tragic story that you should pick up. You should watch. By number 1086. Now, these next 2 I kind of feel bad about because they're the same director, and I don't like doing that with this list. But I love each of these films so much, I just can't help but put them here. So the first one up is by number 1187, 1982, One False Move, directed by Carl Franklin. This is written by Billy Bob Thornton, who plays one of the criminals, and he is spectacular. This also stars Bill Paxton as this sheriff of a small town, and he is like this optimistic part of it. You have the FBI or the LAPD in the area, and they think of him as nothing but a country bumpkin. And he kind of acts like it. They don't respect him that much. But as the film goes on, again, I don't want to spoil too much, Bill Paxton's character turns and becomes a much darker character. It was fascinating. You have the villain, one of the villains, which is Billy Bob Thornton. And the other villain, Michael Beach. This guy looks like he can kill somebody. Like, if I saw him, I'd be like, I'm dead. Like, his eyes, like, just pierce right through you. It's phenomenal. So scary as the killer, one of the killers. And, yeah, I believe Billy Bob Thornton wrote this film so he can play in it. I'm just saying, he probably did that. And Carl Franklin, you're going to hear me talk to him again. I got to watch more of his films because these 2 films are amazing. Maybe in my top 10 neo-noirs of all time, if I had to choose one, I don't know, this one or the next, but One False Move, absolutely amazing. Pick it up. Like I said, a Carl Franklin double feature, but this time starring Denzel Washington in Devil in a Blue Dress, the Walter Mosley novel. Devil in a Blue Dress adapted here. I wish they did more with Denzel here because he plays amazingly. So Denzel Washington plays the detective Easy Rawlins, or I think he's become the detective in the film, and he kind of gets swept up into the crimes that are going on. And it's a mystery, so I don't really want to tell you that much about it, but it's a beautiful film. Denzel, top 5 Denzel performances right here as Easy Rawlins. My God, amazing. And Carl Franklin, again, if you haven't watched Carl Franklin's films, you need to. He is quite possibly one of the greatest neo-noir filmmakers of all time, just with these 2 films, right? Great double feature right here. But yeah, Devil the Blue Dress. This and One False Move do comment on racism, and they both have some very nuanced take on the subject, and it's not just racism bad. They go into it, right? They go into the pathological of this. It's amazing. It's simply amazing. Check it out. All right, 2 more. This next one is from the other side of the world, which is Japan. And if you know, I love Japanese films. And this is a film by Kurosawa, not Akira Kurosawa, but by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. And that is the 1997 film, Cure. What can you say about Cure that hasn't been said about Cure? It's hypnotizing. It's quite hypnotizing. And if you've seen the film, you understand the joke. But this is a serial killer film akin to, say, Seven. And this is really a great double feature with Seven in this. And that's one of my favorite genres are the horror police procedurals. So there's this, Seven, Manhunter, The Exorcist 3. I just love horror cop films. And this is one of the best. And I can't really say anything about it because if I tell you, it's spoiling. But it's a hypnotic film that just sucks you in. You just can't unglue your eyes. Your eyes are stuck to the screen and you can't move. And that's horrifying. Cure is 1,155. And last, and certainly not least, this is probably the most mainstream film on this list, but it's one of the least talked about films in this filmmaker's filmography. This spine number is 627, 1997. The Game, Michael Douglas. David Fincher. David Fincher is everybody's my age favorite director. Like, he's in the top 10, right? You got the Nolan, Tarantino, Coen brothers, Fincher, right? And maybe both of the Andersons. This is the film right after Seven, right before Fight Club. So you got your first masterpiece, and you got the one that's to define you for the rest of your life, and then The Game. Michael Douglas, he does the performance of a lifetime of this rich guy who's depressed because he's as old as his father when his father died, which was in front of him on his birthday. So every birthday he remembers his father who killed himself. The Game is just simply one of the greatest films in the Criterion Collection. It's very underrated. I can almost say this list as underrated hidden gems, but I'm not tacky like that. Not yet. I just simply love this film. The idea that money can't buy you happiness. I don't relate to it, but I understand it. And how Michael Douglas goes through this emotional journey to find life fulfilledness. Like, he lives in like a Bruce Wayne style house. Like, he's richer than God and he's unhappy. But he has no family, he has no loved one. Sean, Penn is his brother, and he's like this much younger brother, but also kind of a maverick, and he's the one who gives the gift of the game to his brother for him to have essentially a religious experience and have this false death in a way to have a rebirth as a new man. Brilliant stuff. David Fincher at his finest. You know, you got Seven, you got The Game, you got Fight Club. What an amazing trilogy of films. Watch that all in a day. You gain extra brownie points from me. So, summarizing on the films, honorable mention, Miller's Crossing, go watch the video. Deep Purple, One False Move, Devil in the Blue Dress, Cure, and The Game. Have you guys seen these films before? Are these new to you? Let me know down below. My name is Jack Minnelli from Minnelli Student Entertainment, and I do ranking videos like this all the time, reviews. I talk about comics, films, whatever comes to my brain, and I would love for you to be part of my community. Comment your favorite Neo-Noir down below. I know I just talked about the 1990s, but you can tell me about your favorite 70s, 80s, 2000s, whatever. With that being said, my name is Jack from Minnelli Student Entertainment saying, watch some more films.